This episode of the Greg Bedard Patriots Podcast is brought to you by FanDuel, the exclusive wagering partner of the CLNS Media Network. Sign up now at fanduel.com/Boston, where new customers can get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's right, $1,000 bonus bets, even if you lose. Okay, so this week on the pod, we're a little bit delayed, but I still think it's a worthwhile episode to go through the schedule. We have the schedule now. Probably my overriding thought about the Patriots schedule, yes, it's a very tough slate, tough open, tough close. But the biggest thing that I took away from looking at the schedule is they can't ease into the season like we are accustomed to with Bill Belichick and his team. I mean, it's great in theory. It's worked out for them. I don't think it's been an issue for them. Last year they started 1-3. They got to 6-4. 2021 they started 1-3, got to 9-4. 2020 they started 2-2, got to 6-6. So the start of the season really had no huge bearings on their fate. And really, I think it was about the close to the season. And, that's why people have been okay with them starting slowly. Oh, well, they're going to play better at Thanksgiving. That's what Patriots teams do.
The Greg Bedard Patriots Podcast is brought to you by FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's bonus bets back if your first bet doesn't win.
We know that is now, really not the case. I think that this schedule, it's daunting to start. They face playoff teams right off the bat. The first 8 games are against 5 playoff teams from 2022. Out of the 3 non-playoff teams, you have the Jets, where the Patriots had 1-score games with Zach Wilson. Now they have Aaron Rodgers. And the Raiders are on the road. They beat New England, funky fashion, but they beat them. And now they have Jimmy Garoppolo, who knows how to run that offense better. Their defense should be better. So, I know a lot of people like to look at the first 4 games. I think the first 4 games are manageable. It's the entirety of the first 8 games that really scares me. I mean, the Patriots could be out of it by the time they get to the halfway point of the season. They really could. I mean, I have them starting 2-6, going through it, and we'll go through it here right now. If that happens, they're not totally out of it because, there is a little bit of a lull, at least like a 4-game lull where they should be able to, do some things if they're still in good shape. But it's daunting. And so, let's go through the schedule. Some of the things I like about each week, some of the things I don't. So, week 1, and just as a reminder, a year ago when the schedule was released, I picked the Patriots for 9-8 at the time. They ended up 8-9. I don't think I quite understood the depth of the issues on offense, or maybe I might have been worse. It could have been like 7-10. But so, I'm not too high or too low. I think I'm somewhat in the ballpark when it comes to these things. So, week 1, season opener against the Eagles, 4:25 start. Obviously, we know this is a big chore against a really good team, a team that could have won the Super Bowl, probably should have won the Super Bowl last year. They're probably even better this year. Tom Brady is coming back. We know how that's going to be. Look, I'm going to pencil in the Patriots for a loss here, but I think this game could be a barometer for the rest of the season in that, look, this is an Eagles offense that, say you got in week 6, they are a ton to prepare for. As Mike Lombardi likes to say on his podcast, he calls it a 6-back offense. It's basically having to account for the quarterback as a runner. And that's tough on a game. You just came off a game, you're game planning, now you got to coach it up. The Patriots have the advantage, and I think they have 2. I think the schedule, they did them a lot of favors on the schedule. They don't get a lot of teams. The Patriots aren't on like short rest very much at all on this schedule. A lot of times The team that they're playing is at a disadvantage, and I think the schedule makers did them a huge favor in giving them the two toughest games on paper, the two defending Super Bowl combatants. The Eagles, they get in week 1. The Chiefs, they get later on. The Patriots play Thursday night the week before that. So the Patriots have 10 days to prepare for the Chiefs, and they have all summer to prepare for the Eagles. If this defense is as good as Bill Belichick believes, and he believes in his coaches, because, look, they didn't really change much of anything. They just ran it back on defense, added Christian Gonzalez, maybe a little bit from Keon Brandt. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? But anyways, the second round pick. He could be. I doubt in week 1 he's doing much of anything, but we'll see. But Christian Gonzalez is really the big change that they've had on defense. So they're running it all back. They're statistically great defense. We know how they perform against good offenses and good quarterbacks. Basically, in my mind, there's no excuse for the defense not to play well in this game and give the team a chance to win. Now, is the offense going to do their part in week 1 game? Bill O'Brien, Mac Jones, Juju, Mike Gesicki, are they going to be able to put up enough points to win the game? Probably not. Most people would say that's why you say a loss. But the defense should be able to set the tone in this game for the rest of the season. Now, I will say right now, months in advance, even if they're good against the Eagles, that doesn't mean they're going to be good for the rest of the year against good offenses, good quarterbacks, that type of thing. Because, like we're telling you, they have all spring and summer to get ready for this game. If they don't control the Eagles in this game, then you can basically write off the season. They have not improved on defense. They haven't been good enough, all that stuff. So I have them as a loss in week 1. Week 2, Dolphins come to town. Sunday Night Football, 8:20. The Dolphins the week before play at the Los Angeles Chargers. The Patriots have never beaten Tua as a starter. They only beat Skylar Thompson last year. You've heard me talk about Vic Fangio as their new defensive coordinator. They're going to be worlds better on defense. The Patriots, as good as they are on defense, you could make the case that they are the 4th best defense in this division. Probably 3rd, but you could make the argument 4th. I think the Jets are going to be great on defense. The Dolphins are going to be much improved on defense. And the Bills are no slouches on defense, and Sean McDermott is taking over there. I think they have a chance to be better on defense. So the Patriots' quote-unquote calling card is defense. You can make the argument that it's not enough to move the needle in the division. But I'm going to have some hope for the Patriots. I am not going to bury them with an 0-2 start.
CLNS Media's Patriots coverage is brought to you by FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's bonus bets back if your first bet doesn't win.